Hi, my name is Katie Helliwell. I am the psychic expert. I've got over 20 years experience working with spirit, and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'll be dropping content every single day to this channel. All you need to do is like and subscribe, and also just let me know if what I'm producing for you is actually what you really want to see, or if there's any other content that you've been thinking about and would like to know more insight on. There is nothing I can't explain and give you insight on, so it'll be a pleasure to hear from you. Also, please make sure you follow all my other channels as well, my Instagram, my TikTok, and my Facebook business page. If you go into the description on this video, can't get my words out, if you go into the description, you will be able to see the links there to my Facebook group, Talk Spirit to Me. I'm live in there 3 times a week, and it'd be a pleasure to have you. Anyway, enough from me. Enjoy the trainings. Welcome. Hello, it's so great to have you all here. So I'm going to explain how this group works, because literally every couple of days we've got hundreds of people joining this Facebook group. So this is called Talk Spirit to Me. And in this group, we are going to cover so many things about spirituality. So you're going to get the opportunity to jump in, ask questions. You're going to be able to be trained on psychic abilities, your gifts, the oddities that happen to you when you're spiritually connected but not developed. We're going to go into so much value on connecting to your spirit guides, understanding their messages, your gifts, your abilities, what you can do with your gifts. There's going to be so much that we're going to do. We have so much work to do, but it's so fantastic at the same time. We are going to, this group has been designed for people who are looking to develop their spiritual abilities, but don't quite know where to start. They don't quite know where to really start with it, what gift they've actually got and what it actually all entails. So I've decided to create this group as a result of all the inquiries I get a lot of inquiries every day, a lot of questions that get asked every day. And I want to be able to help you all understand. And embarking on a spiritual journey is such a big thing. And to understand that it's right for you, I feel like you need a little bit of background knowledge on it. You need to understand what you might be experiencing. You need to get some examples of what type of thing other people have, so you don't think you're going crazy. You can understand what your gift actually means, why you're having these oddities happen to you, or why you're feeling this pull towards spirit, or why you can never get away from them, because once they decide that they want to connect with you, they will keep on and on and on at you until they make that, till they get that connection with you, you feel them, until you can really understand what it is that they're trying to contact you for. So it can be very daunting. But having said that, spiritualism is the thing that accelerates every aspect of your life. So if you are into law of attraction, or you are knowing that you're here for more, and you can feel it, and you'll know what I mean if you experience that, you just know you're meant for more. You know that there's a bigger purpose to you being here, and you really want to explore what that could be and want to look into it in more detail, but you don't really know where to even start or begin, then spirituality will guide you towards that. What I find so often is that people spend their lives trying to work out what it is they're supposed to do, and try and go with what's around them in the moment, in the here and now, in order to expand and grow, or to simply start making more of a deeper connection in life. But what they don't realize is there's so much more available to them if they just tap into that guidance and allow that guidance to come through. But people just don't do that. They don't always fully access it. And a lot of the reason can be fear, and a lot of the reason can be they just don't know how to. So I'm going to take you through all of this and so much more. Now, I'm going to start by sharing a presentation, because today is all about why you are doubting your gift. Now, I am live in this group 3 times a week. We had a bit of a break last week because it was Easter holidays and stuff was going on. So normally we're live 3 times a week, me and Spirit, and we give you trainings. I am creating presentations to help me keep on track and to help me keep very basic information, because I can go in detail. This is something I do every single day of my life. So I've been working with Spirit for over 20 years. So to stop me going into such detail that somebody who's a newbie wouldn't probably get and be like, what's she going on about? I do keep presentations to keep me on track. So I'm going to be sharing my screen with you shortly with one, and we're going to go through it. I also find it helps you following something step by step, and you can make some notes if you choose to, and it helps break it down so you can understand how it makes sense to you personally. So that is the overview of the group. All the previous trainings, there's over 19 trainings, are all in the group, and they're at the top of the page. So if you go to the top of the page, and you will see It says featured posts, and you can scroll across, and they're numbered 1 to 19. They're also labeled what we cover on every single one. Those are free for you to watch, and you can watch them at any time. In addition to that, I do have a membership available. And in my membership, you get access to all the content that's in this group that's free value, but you get access to specific trainings on psychic development, connecting with your spirit guides, mastering meditation, rare gifts, and whether you have these rare gifts and identifying them. And then just yesterday, I just dropped a training on how to connect your spirit guides in a routine that's created just for you. So if you've ever had an experience with your guides before, and then you felt like you're kind of missing something, or it's not deep enough, or it's not going to the depths that you want, or there's something you feel you could be doing better, then this is the course for you. It helps you understand what you need to do for your specific needs and how you incorporate that into your everyday, so you can start receiving guidance and start helping your manifestations come to fruition and start getting your gift in hand. That's what it is. So it's incredible. You can purchase that alone for $77, or you can purchase the actual whole course and also all the previous courses, all the content for £33 a month, so $33 a month. So the link is here. Let me get the link for you, and then you can get started on that. So let me just find that for you now. And then we're going to get into the actual training. If you are joining me on replay, let me know you've watched on replay. Give me a hashtag replay. And yes, Psychic School starts tonight. So I run my own Psychic School, which is Psychic Development. Psychic School is for those that are looking to develop their skills and go a lot deeper and want to understand where their gifts are, enhance them, and eventually maybe go on a read for people. So Psychic School is a commitment that once you pay once, you get lifetime access. You can repeat as many times as you desire, and you get the membership included with the price. So please don't purchase if you are wanting to join Psychic School, or if you are already one of our existing members. I am opening up 10 spots for Psychic School this month. The doors have closed, and they were going to stay closed until October. However, I've decided to open up 10 spots, which I'm so excited about. So if you are looking to develop your skills and you want to join Psychic School, there are 10 spots available until the 30th of this month. And also you get the membership included. If you do want to just purchase the membership, it's $33 until the 30th, and then it goes up to $44 a month. But if you join now, you'll always pay $33 per month. Okay. And you can cancel at any time if you decide it's not for you. So that's absolutely fine. Anyway, on with today's topic, which is why you are doubting your spiritual connection. I am going to share my screen to bring up the presentation. So let me just get the right screen. That's the one. There we are. So can you all see my screen? Let me know. Let's just have a quick look. Yep, it looks like it's all working our end. Is it all working for you guys? Give me some love hearts, or just put in the comments. Yes, it's working, Katie. Yep, Linda's here. Hello, Linda. Hello, Valerie. Hello, Teresa. Hello, Isidine. Hello, Joe. Hi, Ashley. You guys are all in Psychic School, so are you excited for tonight? It's going to be so amazing. I can't wait to bring you all in. Perfect. You can all see it. Okay. Amazing. Right. So this is why you are questioning your connection. So welcome. My name is Katie Helliwell. I'm a psychic medium. I'm a spiritual teacher, and I also help people. I channel spirit to help female entrepreneurs that are change makers out there bring their gifts and their purpose out into the world in a stronger, more prominent way. So in summary, what I do is I see your abilities and I accelerate your abilities and activate them, so that you can become more connected, receive guidance, and live a life that you're actually meant to live, but through guidance rather than trying to manually and humanly navigate your way through. Spirit bring miracles. I know that sounds really airy-fairy at times, but that's what they do. They bring miracles. They create miracles. They are guiding us beyond whatever we can imagine is possible. I don't think our human brains can fully appreciate the beauty of spirit and what they actually can do and the power of them. And all I simply do is act as a translator whilst you're building your own spiritual connections. but I also bring out your abilities and help you do it in a divine way so you get the answers that you are here to get. This group is designed to help you accelerate those gifts, to give you insight, give you trainings, and I want to share this and make it accessible for as many people as possible. And I also offer pay programs that you can come into and delve a little bit deeper if that's what feels aligned and correct to you. If you are new to the group, very welcome. You are very, very welcome. I've told you where all the trainings are available from previous live streams. But if you would like to add anyone into the group that you think would enjoy this content and love spirituality, please feel free to invite them. You're very welcome to. And it's a pleasure to have you here with us today. So, expectations. This is the biggest thing that I find holds people back. Why they doubt their abilities, why they doubt their capabilities. But firstly, I want to understand what you're actually expecting. So when you're connecting to spirit and when you're making these links, what is it you're actually expecting from your guides? Because we all have preconceived ideas about everything in life. So we all have an idea of, well, I think it'll be like this, or I think this might happen, or I expect this. So what is your actual expectation that you will happen with your gift? So if you're doubting your abilities and you're making yourself think, well, am I actually gifted, or am I completely crazy, or am I losing the plot? There's many factors to this, which we're going to go into. And I do find it's one of the biggest blocks and stops people from really progressing. But hand on heart, be aware, because what do you expect to happen from your connection? So I was expecting, personally, spirit, when way back 20 years ago, I was expecting spirit to just come along and talk to me and just share and just tell me everything word for word. That's what I thought would happen. And I actually expected, if I couldn't do that and I couldn't communicate in that way, and it could just be as easy as that, then I doubted that I actually even had a gift. I doubted I was good enough to do anything with it. I was doubting the messages come through would have any like validity to them or anything like that, because it just didn't make sense to me. I was expecting it to be super clear, super like reinforced and definite, and the seal of approval and a stamp and everything else to say, yes, Katie, this is definitely the message. Yes, you are sharing exactly the right one. Yes, you have just totally understood us 1000%. Yes, yes, yes. So that's what I was expecting. So when I didn't get that through, I questioned for a very long time whether I was even gifted, whether I had abilities, and whether I was even able to do any of this. What do you actually want to happen? So I didn't want all that to happen, even though that was my expectation. That's not what I actually wanted to happen. I wanted to feel that I had some sort of control with my gift. That if I wanted to turn it off, then the option was there, I could turn it off. But at the time, I just felt like I didn't have any of those options. So what is it you want to happen with your gift? And the chances are that these questions are things you haven't even ever considered, because it's like for so long when you're underdeveloped and when you've got an ability that's strong and it's fully activated, but it's not controlled, the gift sort of rules your life. The gift just appears. So when I actually say to you, what do you really want to happen? It's like, well, I don't know. Don't know what I really want to happen. Don't know. I haven't really thought about it. I was kind of waiting for spirit to guide me. But what is it that you would like? What preconceived ideas do you have? So very similar to what you'd expect to happen. What preconceived ideas do you have? So what is it you feel will happen? What preconceived thoughts have you got? What is it you think is going to happen? And be really honest, because I imagined that spirit would just jump out of nowhere. And if I fully opened up my gifts, then I'd have no control. They would just be there. My life would be run by them. I could potentially get some crazy spirit attach itself to me. And what the heck would I do? So what preconceived ideas do you have? What's coming through for you? Fears and worries, the biggest blocks ever, fears and worries. Everybody gets fearful. But what is it you're truly concerned about? Because I was scared that something was going to attach itself to me that's evil and come along and speak to the children and somehow mark itself in their bedroom and then never leave. That's what I thought. So my worst case scenario was I would trust my ability, I would start opening up to spirit, and then this spirit would take over our house and would take over our family and children, and then I wouldn't have any control over it. And the reason for these fears and worries was because I didn't have any boundaries with spirit or any control with them, because I didn't know you were supposed to. I didn't know it was an option. It didn't occur to me. I kind of just waited for them to lead the way all the time, which so many of you do. But that's not the case. It's not the case. But then also, I'm saying these are my fears, but just to share with you some of my clients' fears so you can understand the difference and the way it all changes for everybody and how different it is for people. I had clients that were really concerned about, I had one client that was actually concerned that she would connect with a certain spirit over there. And if she connected with this certain spirit, she would crumble because she wasn't ready to communicate. I had a client that was worried about trusting her full connection and her abilities because she could feel that change was being guided and that there's things she would need to implement. And she didn't want to, because then she was scared of what that might change in her everyday life. So she just stood still and ignored it. So what are you concerned about? What is your worst case scenario with this? And be really honest, because everyone's different. Everyone's got different abilities. Some people find the responsibility, if you are going to go on and become a light worker, responsibility of sharing something so scary and so daunting that they hold back and never build a deep connection. Because if they tell someone something and then that person, it doesn't quite work out, well, then they're responsible for that. So what is your worst case scenario? Really think about it. This will hold you back. It will. It will hold you back. All of those fears, unless we address them, unless we look at them, you will forever doubt your connection. And do you know what? I know people that doubt their connection for years. I was one of them. And they sit and they watch some of my work. They never fully come onto a program. They never fully accept they're gifted. They say, oh, I find it really interesting what you share, find it really interesting what you do, but then I don't feel like it's relevant to me. And it's like, okay, and I know for exactly that they've got some sort of fear attached to it, and they're not willing to look at that fear, but yet they're still willing to look at spirituality. They're still drawn to it. They're still wanting to learn. They're still wanting to understand how it's relevant to them. But a lot of people feel that they need to change in order to become connected. Like, I need to change everything. I need to be more of a change maker, as in I need to be more charity worker. I need to give more. I need to cleanse. I need to stop drinking. I need to change my diet and eat less sugar. I need to go and train at the gym. I need to stop going out with certain people. I find them draining. I need to get less sleep, or I need to get more sleep. I need to journal more. I don't know how I can meditate. I can't connect with it. So therefore I can't really ever go deep with spiritual connection. So they have this feeling that they have to change. And because they feel they haven't done anything drastic to their lives or something that's impactful to their actual cleansing process, is that the word? They don't feel as if they can trust their connection, because they see other people maybe going to retreats, maybe communicating in such depths, maybe experiencing things that are like, just, they describe it in the most divine way that it's like, well, I don't get that. I don't get the heavens open up when I meditate. I don't feel this pull within me, deep in my core. I don't feel that this warmth and guidance. I don't get all these a million signs that other people get. So then they feeling that there's something they need to change within them to get that deeper connection. But the thing is, that's what's holding you back. Feeling that you have to do something in order to get an outcome is more or less saying that you're not worthy of having a spiritual connection. Now, I have said previously that you do need to quieten down the mind in order to receive fully, and that is true. It is. but there's a million and one different ways to quieten down the mind. And some of the ways that you see people talking about now might not be the way for you. And this is what we've dropped in the membership. So we've dropped literally yesterday in the membership, this brand new training that is literally gold. It's a gold training. Everybody on this planet needs to watch that training because it teaches you how you can make that connection and how you need to do certain things for your personality and your traits and where you're at vibrationally now in order to build that connection with your guides. It's so simple. It's so easy to do, and you can implement it straight away. And it's there. It's available for you. It's in the membership. But feeling you have no control as to when spirit come. It's just like, you know, if you've ever had those relatives that just pop around all the time. Does anyone have that? Or a friend or a neighbor or a colleague that just literally turns up at your door, just pops in. And it's like, oh my gosh, I'm trying to cook the tea, or I'm trying to do this, or my house is a mess, or blah, blah, blah. And you feel like you've got no control over when the door goes, when these people just turn up. Like people associate that with spirit. Like I have no control when these people turn up. I have no control when they actually just pop into my vibration. And it's like you have every control, just like you do with your own house. You choose whether you want to let these people in. You choose if you say, oh, it's so lovely to see you, but I'm just in the middle of something. Do you mind coming back later? Or would you mind just giving me a quick call before you next come? Because I'm going to be on my way out and I want to be here and I want to be present with you. I want to give you my time and attention. And I feel like I can't do that. You're just here because I've got something else to do. So many of us don't know. We're like, oh, of course, you come in, you can sit here for hours on end and drink all the tea and chat to me. And I'll just sit here secretly smiling, but then thinking, how the heck am I going to rearrange my whole schedule to fit in my day now because my day's gone into uproar? Like, no, boundaries, because you're not doing yourself any justice. You're not doing that person that's visiting you any justice. So why would you do the same with your spiritual connection? Why would you just go, yeah, just come whenever? Like, it doesn't rule you. You're working in conjunction with spirit and you work together. It's a mutual exchange. It has to work for you in order for it to work for anybody else around you. So that feeling that you have no control is a myth. And if you have evidence to support the moment that you don't have control over your gift, that's because you haven't done the work and put the boundaries in. And that's okay. We can fix that. So important. And you'll hear me say this all the time. Boundaries, boundaries, boundaries. You get to say how you see spirit, communicate with spirit, what you experience from them, what you receive, when you receive it, where you receive it, how you receive it, and for how long as well. And the only way to really be clear with your boundaries and start setting this is understanding what you're comfortable with. So what are you comfortable receiving? How are you comfortable receiving? When would be a good time for you? And for how would you like it delivered? Would you like videos, images, updates? And how long do you want this for? So have a think of those. You might want to screenshot this. How long? What do you want to do? When do you want them to come through? How do you want the details to be explained so that you understand it and you're not questioning it? And how long do you want the connection for before you close down? So how, what, when, how, and long. Boundaries, 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 people. And this just takes a little bit of thought to build that deep connection, and everything that you're wanting, this connection to spirit, this manifestation to speed up, it will all be there a lot quicker if you focus on this. And again, all of this is personalized. Every single one of you is individual and different. So let's go a little bit deeper. This is something else that when I go deep with my clients, this really comes to surface. The reason they doubt their connection is they have received guidance and it's not quite worked out. Maybe spirit have given them some insight. Maybe they felt so pulled to do something, then they did it and they followed the pull, but then it didn't work out. It wasn't what they expected. It didn't make them feel the way they expected to feel. So then why would they trust it again? Well, I trusted once and this was happening and I was proven wrong. And now I'm just thinking, well, I can't risk it again. Can't have that again, can I? How does that work? When life throws curveballs at us and we found it overwhelming to almost believe that there's anything guiding us when we've had all of these curveballs thrown at us, we don't feel that maintaining any connections is even available to us. Do you know, it's so interesting, the amount of people that have things happen in their lives, they have things thrown at them, they get overwhelmed, but that's the time when they don't link into spirit. And the reason they don't, and this is what I hear back time and time again, is I just didn't have the space for spirit, just didn't have the headspace. I just felt that if my angels were there, they would have just done something. So they obviously weren't there. I felt so disconnected from everything in life that trying to connect to something, it just felt like it wasn't available in that moment. And it wasn't something that I was interested in focusing on at the time. It's almost like people just move the other way and they're just going to the full humanness and reaction zone to everything that is happening around them. But in those times where you feel overwhelmed or times where you just feel like, oh my gosh, what next? Oh, we have to maintain the connections. We have to maintain the guidance. We have to tap in more than ever, because in those times where you still make your connection a priority because you know that's the thing that's going to help you, you know that's the thing that's going to guide you that deeper and that more profound way, then you build a stronger and deeper connection. And then you stop doubting your abilities, you stop doubting your gifts, because that's the moment when the miracles happen. This is the moment where things just literally fall out the sky to help you. People just appear. The right people are there, opportunities, support. Everything happens when we go deeper in those moments when our minds are distracted by everything happening around us. And even when it feels unfair and feels like if you did have a guide up there, they wouldn't be doing this to you, if it is something quite deep and quite heavy that you're experiencing, then those are the moments where you still have to have the faith and trust. There's something bigger, it will all make sense. There's a bigger purpose, bigger point to it all. And you need to hold that faith, and that is your sole job. Who can relate to this? Let me know in the comments. I'm going to come to your questions. Another common one, why people doubt your environment. Now, I was a psychic that was underdeveloped, that was solely alone, didn't have anyone around her that was also gifted or speaking about it. I didn't have anywhere I could really feel safe. I thought I was going crazy, and it was just all massively overwhelming. So I felt very isolated in my beliefs, very isolated. And bearing in mind, I went to a Catholic school. I come from an Irish Catholic family. I went to a Catholic school, and at Catholic schools, they make you go to Mass every week, sometimes twice a week. And every time I was in Mass, all I'd ever hear is like the devil speaks through those that are like possessed, or so I can't remember the exact words, but it was something along the lines of, if you are seeing spirit, or if you believe in witchcraft or whatnot, which I didn't really know what witchcraft was, but I knew that I could see spirits, then you are possessed. And I remember sitting there thinking, oh God, please someone cleanse me. And I used to literally throw the whole holy water all over myself. I used to buy it in the shop, the Catholic shop, in the little tubs, and it used to have like Mary, the Virgin Mary, and then inside with holy water. And I think that's the only thing that can save me. I need to bath in this stuff. So I put it in my bath, and I would literally throw it over myself. Like literally be in the fountain of the outside. If you've ever been in the Catholic church, there's like fountains where you can get the holy water. And I used to go back at least 3-4 times, putting it all over myself. I used to literally get it in my hand, put it all over my stomach, because I believe that's where it was all stored. It was just crazy, but that's what it was. I felt isolated in my beliefs because the only evidence I had that of anyone that's got this was myself. There was nothing else. I had nothing, no other, apart from the horrible movies from Stephen King. It was just really, really isolating. Really isolating. And because I felt so isolated, I did everything possible to try and fit in. So does your connection scare you? Because mine did. What I could believe, and I know so many of you in this group have had predictions, you've had premonitions, you've had dreams where you've been told and then straight away it happens, and you've had moments where you've said something to someone and you can't understand why you've said it, and then the person's completely clarified, it makes sense, and it scares you. Your ability to tune in scares you. Like, how did I know? Your human brain starts searching. Maybe I was aware of this. Maybe I overheard a conversation. Maybe something happened previously that I was connected to. You try everything to try and understand and make sense of what it is, because your connection scares you. And like I said previously, do you worry what you will attract? I did. I worried I would attract people that I couldn't help, or people that I couldn't pass on clear messages to, or spirits that were dark and heavy. Are you worrying about what you'll attract? Be really honest. So all of these things will contribute into you doubting your ability. And if any of these have spoke to you and make any kind of sense, please let me know in the comments, because we are going to come to questions. But you don't need to be so frightened. You don't need to be questioning, because if you question, it's just going to slow down all your connection. Whereas if you actually take the action and connect, you're going to receive more clarity, more guidance, more surety. It's going to make a lot more sense. Just realised I haven't tagged any of you in this training. I am sorry, I forgot to tag you all. So let's have a positive influence on this now. Let's go the other way. Let's not focus on what's holding you back. Let's focus on what's going to bring you forward. So I want you to know these affirmations. Every time you doubt your ability, and you can literally take a photo of this, or you can record yourself saying it, but whatever, just make a comment, make some copies somewhere. So affirmation here, you are gifted, because every single one of you is gifted. Every single one of you's got an ability. Where your abilities are is different. Everyone's got a very different way, but you are gifted. You are connected. You are safe, and you are guided. So you are gifted. You are connected. You are safe with your gift, and you are guided with your gift. And I want you to feel that and know it, and really hold that positive energy. And any doubts or any concerns that come through, it's just a way for us to be aware that we need to go that bit deeper. We need to just go that little bit deeper, that's all. So you are gifted, you are connected, you are safe, you are guided. Right, now we're going to come to your questions and your comments to see what you think of all this. I am going to tag you all in, actually. Let me just bring that up on here. So just bear with us one sec. So any questions? Has this touched any of you? Have you understood and felt it and thought, oh my gosh, she's talking to me. She's talking to me. Let's have a look. I was literally, when I was younger, I was wishing for a course like this, wishing for a chance to be able to connect the way that you guys are connecting, to have the training, the way that you guys have the training. I would have loved anything like this. There we go. Okay, so I've tagged everyone in. Better late than never, guys. Better late than never. Right, let's come back. So I'm going to scroll back now. Yes, I'm excited for tonight's Psychic School too. It's going to be fantastic. I've got little surprises for you all. So get yourselves ready. I'm really struggling to connect. I've been practicing every day for the past couple of weeks and I can't seem to get anything. However, I'm so intuitive and recently I've seen white feathers and a robin every day this week. So I'm questioning this as well. Yeah, so Kelly, it's simple. Don't worry, we've got you. All it'll be is the way that you're currently connecting isn't actually doing it for you, isn't actually making the link for you. So what we need to do is understand how you learn, how you are communicating at the moment, what is it that might be holding you back or might be playing into a little bit of fear. And then we can use this and expand and grow. So in the membership program, so you signed up for Psychic School, so you automatically get the membership included in that. So you need to go into there, you need to go into the latest drop into the membership. What's it actually called? I think it's called like Make Spirit My Best Friend or something like that. It's the very last one. If you go onto there, watch that training, there's 4 parts to it and it will explain everything. It will explain everything. It'll be the best thing you've ever watched. It's incredible. If you start implementing that, and we'll do that, and you've got my guidance from now on as well, because you're in Psychic School, then you'll start making those connections. So the feathers and the robins are a sign that you're okay, we've got you, but you're just kind of not quite there. So they want you to know that you've understood and they're here, but you've just kind of missed something and they just want to go a little bit deeper. So that's all that is. Valerie's saying, people have passed on that I didn't like on Earth, turning up to meant me even more. Yes, Valerie, do you know, there's been readings where I've had someone come through and the person's gone, I don't want to speak to them, tell them to go away. I'm like, so now I ask, is there anybody you don't want to connect with? Is someone you don't want to speak with? Because I wasn't prepared for this. I was like, oh, okay. So of course there are people over there that you don't want to communicate with. But again, you set the boundaries, because there'll be people, there'll be friends, there'll be neighbours that you don't always get on with. Not everyone clicks with everybody, and that's okay. But if they turned up to your house every day, that would be a bit like, well, hang on a minute. I don't really want to communicate with you every day. Doesn't mean I don't want to communicate with people, just you're not my people. So again, it's setting the boundaries of that. Like, I want to be around the people that I connect with. I want to be around the people I feel good with. So you get to decide and you get to block and ask your spirit guides to block those people coming through. But what you'll find is, energetically, the people on the other side come through when they're connected to you. So when you're missing them, when they're missing you, when the energy is strong between you both and you had a great relationship, when you're thinking of them, when you're looking at pictures, when you have their items of jewelry, their vibration, that all enhances the power for that spirit to come through. So it's actually really difficult for a spirit to come and visit you. So it'd be immensely difficult for one to come forward that you are repelling, because the energy would be completely opposite from you. So it wouldn't be easy for them to flow through. So I hope that helps you and stops you worrying about that. But that's really interesting. If you are asking spirit to help you something specific, will they always help you get what you want? Yes. Or if they think it's not for you, do they guide you to something different instead of giving you what you've asked for? No. So if you feel something is what you want, then it's a desire of your heart. So you're being led. So your desires are guidance from the divine anyway. Because if I said to any of you now, tell me your top 3 desires, you would all have different desires. So that's all come from spirit. So it's your guides channeling you and you connecting to your human self, because you're here on Earth to have a human experience and make some kind of impact in some way or some kind of journey. This is why everyone has a different way of living and different way of parenting, different way of life. So whatever life you're meant to have and what you're here to do is part of your makeup and why you're here. And that's been guided from your guides with the intention when you were born. Are you still with me? I hope you are. So because your desires are guided from spirit and your human experience and why you're actually here, then it's not off track for spirit to guide you, because they're on the same plan with you. The only thing that we try and do as humans is, I want to, for example, have the best relationship in my life. Say, for example, you're looking for love. I want the best relationship in my life. And then it'd be like, but I want them to come through a friend of a friend, or I want them to come through my work. So when we try and navigate the way that happens and we integrate in spirit's job, that's where they start going, hang on a minute, calm down, detach yourself. All we need you to know, all we need to know from you is what you actually want from the relationship, who you actually would like to spend your time with, and then we will do the introductions and bring them forward. But if you try and navigate and control it all because you don't fully trust that they'll deliver, then it slows down the process. So does that make sense? So when it feels like you're being stopped on one thing and then you're being guided on another, it's just because you tried to control the way it actually comes through, or you've blocked the path where it can come through nicely and easily. So they have to create a new one and they have to rearrange things to stop you being a little control freak, because we are, us humans are. Hello everyone coming on. Oh, I should have tagged you all. I'm so sorry. We're nearly at the end of this. I forgot to tag you all. I am so sorry. Yeah, so if one came through during the class, Valerie, that's because you're thinking about it. So you're thinking and not wanting them to is giving them the energy to come through. So we need to block them off completely for you. And that way you can start to feel that connection a lot deeper without the concern. Let's have a look. So if you can watch this back, guys, at some point, that'd be amazing because it was such a good training. And don't forget, guys, you can come and jump into the membership where we're going into this in a lot more detail. And next month, I've got something incredible that I'm not going to tell you about just yet. But oh my God, it's going to change your life. It's going to be amazing. So the membership is stuff that is literally life changing. Hello, Natasha. Hi, Cindy. I believe our spirit guides send us things to test us and challenge our own faith in our own abilities. I think these help strengthen our connection with spirit and our spirit guides. I think this is the only way we up level and evolve spiritually. Otherwise, we just stay stagnant energy, which doesn't serve us. Yeah, so I agree with that in a sense, but then hang on one sec. I believe our spirit guides send us things to test us and challenge our own faith and our own abilities. Yes and no. I think these help strengthen our connection with spirit and our spirit guides. I think this is the only way we level up and evolve spiritually. Otherwise, we just stay stagnant, which doesn't serve us. I don't think they test us in terms of, do you believe? Do you believe? And then we'll send you this if you say you believe. I don't believe it's like they test us in that sense. What I think they actually do is they give us opportunities. And if we say we want something, a desire, and say if it's a big desire, then what they do is they tend to send the thing that we're letting go of tends to be amplified through. Let me give you an example of this. So if I was to say, I want to fill up psychic school, right? I want to fill up my psychic school. I want everyone in there. Psychic school is the best thing in the world, which it is. I want to fill it all up. And then I decided that I was going to let go of, I don't know, connection school. I haven't even got a connection school, but say if I got to, I wanted to fill up psychic school, but I also wanted to let go of connection school because I just had enough of connection school, right? This is hypothetical. It doesn't exist. But then all of a sudden, I have all these inquiries for connection school. It's like, but I'm letting it go. It's going. Don't want connection school anymore. It's going. But all these inquiries are coming. It's like, well, hang on a minute. The reason for that is because it is a tester. Do you still want it? Do you feel that you scrapped connection school because you didn't feel connected to it anymore? Or was it because you weren't receiving the validation and the sales through that then you just thought, oh, you know what, that's it. So it's about understanding because what spirit always want you to do is go deep into yourself, what you really, truly desire. And if you truly desire something, they will test that desire and they'll test how connected you are to it. And the reason they do that is because the more connected you are to something, then the more that you will achieve in that level, but the deeper you'll go with it and the more exponential chaos and growth that you can't ever explain, the more miracles can occur. So I wouldn't say necessarily they do it to test you and challenge you. I think it's more to make you go in depth and believe. So if that makes any sense, it's slightly different to what you think there. But it isn't a case of you've got to jump through hoops with your gift. You've just got to find the way that suits your personality to connect. Because the thing is, guys, we're spiritual beings, but we're also human. and every human's different in the way they learn, their abilities, what they desire. And so to do one set way of growth and expansion with spirit would be so naive. It'd be so naive to think that's the way. And this is the thing, people go out and they just say, do this practice, do this meditation, or I'm so connected, I'm the leader, I'm the master at connection, so I can lead you and I can show you. And once you're in my presence, like these gurus, once you're in my presence, you're worshipped and you're protected. And that's a load of crap, because the person that is guiding you is I'm no more important than anyone else. Yes, I'm a leader in spirituality, but I'm not to be worshipped. This is why, have you seen in the news how, I can't remember the guy's name, but you got a child to suck their tongue and it was viral, it went everywhere. And don't get me wrong, I don't understand the tongue sucking thing of it, but the guru status, where we put these people on pedestals, is almost like weird. It's totally weird. We're all equal, but we have different spiritual experiences. And the people that are guiding you are trying to guide you to activate that in you, the speciality and the level of you. And that's what we try and do as leaders. It's to get you to understand that all of this is available to you. You don't need to question your abilities. Sorry, I'm going on a rant here. It wasn't meant to be a big rant. You're not meant to question all your abilities and all your strengths. You're meant to simply adapt the spiritual teachings to suit your needs, to suit your connections. It's not about us jumping through hoops for spirit. It's about us understanding that we're worthy of this. We're worthy of having a life that's easier. We are worthy of miracles. We're worthy of support. We're worthy of connecting to our guides. And this is how we do it. We find a way that works for us. And this is why it annoys me when people think it's not available to them, because it is. And your life's going to be a lot easier. But people do avoid it. I had a client the other day say to me, a business client, that I avoided working with you for 6 months. She actually avoided it. And I was like, I feel really drawn to this woman. And she kept avoiding me. She was like if there was an actual shopping centre, she would have been hiding behind the aisles, or she would have been behind a pillar. Like, there's that Katie. Quick, move. She was like that. And the reason for that was because she knew that spirituality was going to change her whole business. And she knew that, but she was like, I'm scared to change it all. And then she did come on board. We did change it all. And she's so happy. And she's like, but I knew you were going to do this to me. And I said, but if you knew it was going to be happy, and you knew you were going to make more money and have less time and be more connected and bring more into the world in every sense, because she was exhausted when I met her, like, why would you resist that? And she went, because I didn't know who I'd be without that stress. So I had to really trust. And she said, I never trust. She said, I ended up trusting you, and that was it. So it just goes to show that we're not meant to be guided just one way. It has to be a way for us, and that people can resist that guide because they don't think they're worthy of it. Sorry, I feel like I'm going off on one here. Is this all making sense? I hope it is. I've been doing this a very long time. So because I've been doing this a very long time, I've got a lot to say. Took a lot of people through this. Most worried I won't open up and connect as much as I would like. Yeah, Christina, it's over time. Over time, you will connect and you will go a lot deeper. But it just takes time. It really does. Let's have a look. Let's see. Would love to talk to spirits. Start then, Patrick. Start today. Join the membership. Find the way for you. It's the last training, and go for it. Start today. Where am I going? Hang on, guys. Sorry, I've just lost my place. Yeah, Christina, you will open up. You'll go as deep as you are ready to go, and it will grow and grow and grow. And you're in the psychic school. So, oh my God, hold on to your hat. We start tonight. Let me just check time, actually, guys, because I've got a jam-packed schedule today. And let me just check I haven't gone over. I would hate to think someone's waiting for me. Yes, I'm going to have to go. There's a lady waiting for me in literally 2 minutes. So let me just answer the last few questions, and then I'm going to have to jump off. Where am I? So, thank you for answering my question. You are welcome. Is that in the monthly membership but not psychic school? So Charlie, the monthly membership is, you can purchase that for $33 a month now, and you always pay $33. And inside there, you've got that training that I've just referred to, where you literally look at exactly what you need to do for you, and then you start implementing that connection. So everything I've just ranted on is in that membership. Psychic School is where you are ready to activate your gifts. So you are either going to bring this into your everyday life connection, you're either going to become a light worker of some description, whether it be a life coach, whether it be a psychic, whether it be a healer, whether it be a spiritual mentor, whatever it might be, or you actually want to bring it into your business if you work with people, because you want to be able to connect to people to make a deeper connection to them. So, for example, if you are a coach or a therapist or anything to do with people where you help people of some description, then when you connect into their energy and you also protect your energy, they get a stronger, deeper transformation. And obviously then you get more clients, then you make more impact, then you're doing what you're here to do on a stronger, more profound basis. So you get bigger results. Does that make sense? If you are in Psychic School, you get the membership included and you get lifetime access. So you can repeat it as many times as you want. There's 10 spots, just 10 spots available for Psychic School this month. I was going to close it until October, which is what I've always done, but I had a nudge this morning. I haven't even told the team, but literally on my walk, they were like, open up 10 spots a month. So I'm opening up 10 spots every single month for you to join. It's $244 per month for 4 months. And you get the membership included for life, and you get access for life as well. Or you can pay in full, which is $888. Oh, you're welcome, Linda. I appreciate you being here. Right, literally, I've got time for one more question. Katie could ask a question. I was meditating, deep meditation. Ah, Katie, I love that. So Katie's saying, can I ask a quick question? I was meditating, was in deep meditation, seeing the universe, etc. Heard a massive loud bang, which no one else heard. Could you advise, please? I've connected with spirit as well. Yeah, so it's the power of connection. So if you heard a bang whilst you're in that deep connection, you've got clairaudience activated, which means you can hear spirit, and that's how you receive messages. Did you know that? Because that's a huge breakthrough. There we go. There we are, my darlings. I hope that helps you all. Thank you so much for being here. I am back tomorrow at 2 p.m. And tomorrow we're going to find out what your spirit guide thinks of you. What does your spirit guide think of you? This makes a huge difference, because if we know what our spirit guide thinks of us, then we can make a deeper connection. So join me tomorrow at 2 p.m. UK time. If you are watching this on replay, thank you for joining in, and thank you for doing the hashtag replay. Psychic School students, we begin tonight at 7 p.m. If you want to jump in and take one of my 10 spots and you want to start tonight with us, then all you need to do is just literally put in the comments here, Psychic School access, please, and I'll send you the link and details. If you want to come on board and do the membership, then go straight into the membership now. It's $33. You'll always pay that. Do it now rather than wait until it keeps going up and up and up. And you can start with the training today, get access, and a whole host of other trainings that literally are life-changing. You're going to love them. I love you all so very much. Welcome to the group, all the newbies, and I'll see you soon. Bye.